points up and overcharge is devastating.
Man, how much attack speed is this gonna be on Night Stalker? It's crazy. I mean, you know a guy has a really good attack speed when his level 20 talent is plus 35 damage.
Yeah, that's insane.
Like, what a garbage-looking talent on so many other heroes this would be.
Oh, Shock Royalty coming out, trying to take down Tobi. They get him. That's the relocate rotation over for it. Very nice pickup.
Yeah, he's doing the, I think the same build Seb did with the glove and everything too.
Okay.
I think Seb went for a pipe after in that game, but not necessarily gonna look that good in this one, I would think.
No, it's not really what they're too worried about. I'm kind of interested to see like when that group up happens though, because as you mentioned, it's their play style, and you know, Boom right now going for this BKB first. It feels like they're trying to get geared up to fight. That's the main area that they're going towards. And another stack of ancients, another stack of camps all across the map, everywhere. Double over on those ancients, really nice.
This is the worst situation to be in right now, though, if you're Viking, because they had the blink queued up on the Slardar, like they were ready to kind of go and make their plays, and you have this urn done on the Dark Willow, but then they realized that like they didn't feel strong enough with like the start Shad's head. They're just saying, hey man, like if you get a blink right now, I don't really want to fight. I don't know if we're gonna win these fights. So now he's gone back for the hood first on Tobi, which is gonna further delay things, and all the while you have a Sven with so many stacks happening. Just farming up in the jungle, and the puck has gone for this aggressive item. So Iceberg is going to be looking for this gank attempt here. Shad, not much to infest here. That's going to look. Oh, that's the worst timing for that to add for him.
Oh yeah, that's a death. That is a rough one. Rage will not save you from Maledict
or the tip.
No, damn dude. Big plays.
Radiant structures are fortified.
So that is at least a tier 1 tower taken up top, but at the same time there's pressure onto this mid tier 1 and bottom simultaneously. This is a scary time right now for Viking. Etune, can they get him?
Is this their punish?
Iceberg,
Radiant's
relocate. Yeah, nope, they're gonna turn around instead and fight me. Requiem comes out as the relocate came in. General still thinking about going. They only want to fly in there. They find one. Well, the Terrorize comes out, only hits onto one of those heroes. Puck jumps in. They kill off Seleri. And the relocate will pull out the IO as V-Tune. You get hit by that first round. And Viking makes it work. But the IO jumps in. It's not enough for the save. Infest out of Aramis. And now the chase down coming. Viking. There's been a back and forth in this fight. A couple of different times, but they finally have gone a bit too far on Na'Vi. Vikings under attack.
I'm surprised that went so well, considering Tobi just chased Witch the whole time.
Oh, Iceberg.
That was definitely deserved, first off. I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah.
That's what we call the clapback, I believe.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah,
Radiant's
everybody did so
under
much
attack.
damage in that fight for Viking. And an overextension definitely is punished in a big way. Wait, they find Iceberg again. Oh my god, you can't die here, Iceberg. Don't give him this opportunity. Okay, no.
Yeah, but think about the battle pass point, or the DPC point things he's gonna get. Go to plus points, that's what. The shards! I knew I'd think of the name.
Tobi. Punch, punch. Always want to fly. He's gonna die. And Iceberg looks to escape. But yeah, they've taken over this area now, and Boom suddenly doing Boom things. Is gonna have that BKB done.
All I hear now when I look at this Night Stalker Midas is I've made a huge mistake. It's like, thanks for looking so good. My whole team's chilling, and then you buy Midas, and you're like, was this really the best item? I mean, they do need additional damage scaling, and the attack speed will help, and of course this way he's gonna get more gold and more XP and try and be a force to be reckoned with. Tough call.
I mean, the interesting thing about this is that it's still less than 1,000 gold lead, right? There's been a lot of trades back and forths. So like Na'Vi are definitely not out of it by any stretch of the imagination, but it was looking really good for them, and now it's like a little bit awkward. Are they gonna really
go more even
fight? Okay.
Well, if they are, they're pretty well grouped here.
Yeah, this is a little bit dangerous, I think. It's 3 heroes running in, and there's a lot of them, although that's a good silence onto all. Can they blow them up in time? Who just pops the BKB? They were not expecting that one. And suddenly, Viking in a position to chase down. They're going to turn on Alwaywannafly again. This was the first BKB usage to save their lives, but they saved their lives and got 1 kill, and now going to run to Roche. Dude.
Well, you can't tip them after you don't kill the puck. Come on, guys, save them.
That's right.
All right, well, they're back on schedule. BKB leads right into the Roach pit. This is also going to get them pretty much farmed up to the Blink Dagger gold very easily on Tobi, since it's unlikely your opponents are going to want to force a fight into you while there's an Aegis, and some pressure on Navi to maybe try and find a pick-off here. As Sven will be trying to farm up the next big item, which... what to do? Disassemble looks like the plan for a BKB and an Orchid. That would be even more silence on Shad. I thought Shad might go Manta this game, but I guess the only problem is you don't really want to go Manta versus the Night Stalker because it's kind of pointless.
Structures are fortified.
Maybe it wouldn't actually be a terrible BKB game at some point for Shad.
It feels like you might need it, right? Versus the Orchid that's going to come out, and then also Night Stalker. Like, it can be kind of annoying playing into that silence with the Lifestealer.
Radiant's middle tower.
Of course, at the same time, you know, you don't really want to spend too much on all that versus a Sven when he has like no cares, right?
That's true. Fair enough. Time will tell. We will see. Still very, very close. Boom pressuring up top with that Aegis still in hand. He's going in for that Dragon Lance, just trying to get the big stats build and become this like giant maelstrom of death.
It doesn't work as well in Dota, you know, when we have a maelstrom.
So whatever.
But I'll allow it.
It's a word, right?
It is, yeah.
You know what's weird is that it looks more like a Kunkka Torrent, the Maelstrom does, right? Is that kind of the idea behind it?
Tower is under attack.
Oh, you mean like the water thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, like a storm. Yeah.
Not like the whatever it is.
No, not like Thor's hammer. Well, that's Mjolnir, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, we got a lot of issues happening with that word. We got some serious. I mean, we got Zeus and Mars, so we already got a lot of mix-ups happening in Dota.
Right. Have you seen that Mars item that has the Medusa face on the shield too?
Yeah, we're all over it.
Yeah, it's great. I like it. So next tier of items coming out now, and tier 2 tower taken free 20 minutes, which means Outpost is claimed for Viking.
Oh, that's a good one.
Do not know if Navi are going to be able to make the same thing happen of their own accord. Doesn't really feel like they have that fight readiness yet.
No, they want Iceberg's Agnum Scepter on the puck. That would be a pretty big boost up for them, considering that's like the whole main way Boom wants to play these engagements.
Good tether away there. They spot the smoke coming in and able to interrupt it. Wow, and look at it. They're going all the way in. That Presence Aura affects buildings for the Shadow Fiend.
They can't fight them right now.
Yeah. That's huge.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
V-Tune's in a very awkward spot item-wise.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
There it is, though. And now we're ready to go. But you've already lost your tier 2, unfortunately. There is 2 minutes left here on this Aegis as Boom bottles up the DD. Another moment that might not end too well for Navi if they decide to take this fight. But they're cutting waves and killing couriers. This general smacks down that Snapfire one in the mid. Spotted on an obs as he flutters through, though.
Dude, they're in a really good position right here. Like with that,
they can actually force his ultimate.
Yeah, General gonna try and run away here. Oh, he comes out. They got him.
I thought they were just gonna lead with the Mortimer kisses, but Tobi just blinks right in on top anyway. So.
Dire are scanning.
So now, I mean, they've still got a minute and a half left on this Aegis. Boom is gonna try and walk forward and
run.
Get a couple quick punches there. Oh, the cookie in. There is no save. God, dude,
raindrops.
I just want to fly.
Got a lot of value out of those.
Yeah, yes. Jeez. Well, that's a little bit interesting to me that they ended up popping that in the DD and then don't manage to really take another objective. I guess that they're just committed to this idea of like, we'll wait for the next series of items before we go high ground.
They are super safe. There are so many teams that would have went and just like punched that tier 3 right there. Been like, hey, we have a DD, guys. This sounds good. But like, let's just do a little pros and cons list here, and the cons are going to heavily outweigh the pros in a situation like that. Maybe if it's the old patches, where tier 3s really did something, it might be worth going for.
Right.
But tier 3s today are just pretty meh.
And another scan. Radiant recognizing the danger coming their way. They back out. Shad able to retreat away from the danger. As he tries to get towards that AC. They are underneath a ward over here of Seleri and Tobi.
Dire's bottom tower
It was a pretty well-placed one by Navi, but they can't get in on. They're at least going to be able to secure 2 bounty runes. As on the other side of the map, Aramis picks up one of them as well. Tier 1 tower is going to be pressured by Boom. And Viking continue to make some gains around the map, while Navi, they haven't been able to get those same objectives.
V-Tune's crushing these jungle creeps.
Okay.
I'll tell you that much. His numbers out of this world. 246. The jungle, they fear him.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous place.
He's known as Sven Diablo.
Okay.
It's a terrifying force that just shreds through. Nighttime comes and he just cleaves through families of mud golems and hell bears.
They come back afterwards, though, right? Smaller. Silence BKB immediately. Terrorize comes out. The fear is there. Catches on to the Witch Doctor. Now Requiem. Afterwards, B2 gets the BKB, and now the beatdown comes. Can he chase down Boom enough to get Vision? Cookie is out there with the stun and the chase down. But they jump in. They find the back on the B2. Gets pulled back up by RodjER. Turns back into this fight. Everybody relatively low. They need a couple shots from the cleave, but it's not looking like it's going to be enough. With the Night Stalker dead and the rest of Vikings streaming forward, V-Tune. Night Stalker gets the stun off. They kill him off. They got Tobi. Okay. Back and
Iceberg trying to catch more. Yeah, he's out of stuns though. No coil for the leash, and they even go forward, but Shad's out of there.
Radiant's middle tower.
Well, they got buybacks. 2 of them.
They did, yeah. That was pretty expensive for Navi. Not really going to be worth it in the end, considering they still lost the tier 1. But geez, that was close to being a lot worse. That's for sure. When he made the jump past the tower on Tobi there, they kind of caught the stun right as he was going for the blink. So, like Landon got stunned almost instantly.
I don't know how you're feeling about this game right now, but I feel like both of these teams are playing at a really high level. There's like these sort of very quick back and forth that are going on of teams trying to assess like how well the fight's going, and then like retreating, and then suddenly a team slightly oversteps, then they're able to punish, but there aren't those like big catastrophic losses. You know what I mean? A little bit.
Yeah, I think I would say Vikings playing just like a little bit better in terms of how much pickoff potential there is on the side of Navi, and they're not able to really utilize it. Like they have Dream Coil, Night Stalker, and Relocate.
Okay.
I would expect that more people will be getting sniped off on the side of Viking.
That's fair. And I think that, some of it is also just, like you said, Viking playing that little bit better of catching wind of it with those scans hitting onto heroes as the rotations are coming in or whatever. As the Dota chat wheel missing hero shows up. Gotta love those. But yeah. Meanwhile, up top, General is going to be the one found. He does get his BKB.
It's coming.
Delivered, but I think it's going to be a little bit too late.
Yeah, speed burst won't save you there.
Okay, let's take back over the outpost. And Roche possible to respawn in 5 seconds. We'll have to wait and see what the timing is on it.
Are scanning.
Are they trying to fight more? Whoa. Blink away by iceberg. Oh my god, it's a really quick Roche respawn.
Oh,
Radiant's
that's nice.
bottom tower
That is
is under
very good
attack.
for Viking.
They go and check it right now. Dark Willow finds a puck illusion. It looks like they're not going to go check it. Well, they might. If Boom walks into it right now, this would be huge. But I'm not sure. It was such a quick respawn that they might not go and check.
I tell you, if it's a DD, he'll check.
Okay.
No, Seleri's on it.
Yeah.
Now they have the obs, so they're gonna see this movement there if it comes, and it's a regen in the bottom anyway.
Tobi heads over here. Oh, and they're gonna smoke into a fight into Roche, I guess. Is the call here.
Yeah, well, the courier's in there for the Dire, but yeah, they're smoking around. They just killed that ward.
Tobi has the lane suicide, finds the Night Stalker right at the start, and super dead. yet
Radiant's middle
again.
tower is under
Find
attack.
one more consolation kill afterwards onto Alwaywannafly, because why not?
You can see the idea behind the Witch Doctor pick when they saw the Slider Life Stealer, because you know you can, or this, you know, you can stop
Radiant's
this like
turret
double
has
jumping
been
and everything, or just even the Slider coming in with multiple heroes, but it just does not work against Life Stealer in the Rage. It's just depressing.
Fallen to the radiant.
Damn,
Dire's
dude.
courier has been killed.
That's a pretty big hit here, as Viking are playing it very, very clean.
Radiant's
They have
middle
this
tower
ward
is
down
under
by
attack.
the tier 2 tower as well, so they're going to try and make this rotation. And
They could maybe catch iceberg down here too, because Tobi's already gotten the Dire side. Oh, looks like Boom's not moving up here anyway, so won't matter.
they have such good vision over here. And this
Still 10-second BKB from the Night Stalker. Well, they pop the smoke under the ward. Tobi's just out of there.
bye. I'm out.
I'm surprised he didn't loop around and try and pop it, but probably just worried about getting caught by the vision.
Well, they're
Hey,
gonna
want to
get
go pick up the
last of them.
surprise
Dire
inside?
are
Yeah.
scanning.
Okay, Dire scan, realize they're over there. Smoke is gonna wear off in just a little bit here. Yeah, and, like, I mean, it's so hard. Like, what's even the game plan here for Navi? Oh God, not getting caught. That's one of them. Hopefully, iceberg blinks away in a second. Oh my God, he's really low HP. And, oh, Mortimer's Kiss is coming in. Get out of there. That's kind of a win.
Yeah, living.
Dire's bottom tower
Take
is
him
under
where you can
attack.
get him.
Dire's
This is a
bottom
very
tower
tough
has
game right
fallen.
now. They're going to take back over this outpost, but their high ground
Dire's
is about
middle
to be
tower
assaulted.
is under attack.
Yeah, there's just so much time left on this Aegis too.
Yeah. Cheese is there for Shad afterwards, and the slow
Dire's
siege
bottom
coming
tower
from
is
Boom,
under
which
attack.
actually isn't that slow. That tower is dropping. And there are a lot of heroes back now. So you can just retreat again, and with that 8-second BKB, there's nothing that's there for that like instant disable. He's always going to be able to have a reaction to it. Goes up stun. Doesn't feel forced to pop it. And boom, gonna wait for that next creep wave again.
Yeah, it can be a bit hard on that first stun like that, because you're not sure, you know, if you want to save the BKB for the Aegis or anything. So
Radiant's top tower
they're
is
just
under
waiting
attack.
for the moment.
Radiant are scanning.
Oh, they have spider legs.
Tobi has the life stealer inside, ready to jump if they find an opening there. Iceberg gets the jump, all ready to start, but Tobi found the Witch Doctor. Alwaywannafly is dead. Can they burn through this Aegis in time? Boom will fall. And that's something at least to start this. So a 1-for-1 exchange so
They have
far,
Axe
mainly for
Coil.
the Aegis.
Radiant's top
didn't go
tower
for it.
is under attack.
Yeah, a little bit too afraid.
It's so tempting because you have the BKB Sven and the X coil, and you know that they're gonna go for that cookie, but they have such good vision there that I think that would have been a pretty bad fight for Navi to take. So they just have to let them get out, and except they lost their tier 3, but no wreck, so their economy game won't be wrecked by the super creeps, and they're gonna head back out and do what they do best: hit neutrals.
The classic.
Yes, and Diablo returns.
I'm
It's
coming
familiar
for you guys.
stomping grounds.
Just when
you thought you were
was
safe?
gone.
You think I was gonna defend my ancient?
God, look at
They
him.
have glyph.
Okay.
Dire's
down to
bottom
see it.
barracks are under attack.
Viking,
Dire's
easy as pie,
structures
makes
are
this little move on
fortified.
over. And Night Stalker ready to go in with that BKB, still 10 seconds. I mean, I think that the switch over and putting the cheese on Boom is maybe why they decided to back, but General's gonna try and find this backline there. Gets the break of the blink on Tobi. They have the amp damage on him though, and stun comes down on the Boom. They're gonna try and turn and get this one, but they've caught the
didn't cheese.
Do throw up the Shadow Feed. He can get the cheese off. Silence is coming out now onto this life stealer, trying to bring him down in time. Is it gonna be enough? Also, look at the Mortimer's Kisses. So much damage being dealt. They take down the Sven. Tobi standing tall in the midst of all of this. And man, it's already do a ton of damage there.
But Sven's their only loss by the looks of it. And they actually managed to get those kills impressively enough after they lost the two big dogs of the Lifestealer and the Shadow Fiend. So impressive stuff there kind of from both sides to at least get a little bit of cleanup. Oh, General, don't be another victim here.
Mr. Danger.
But he's got friends.
Down. Okay. Breaking the blink dagger. The silence comes on out. Ooh, there's the cookie away though.
Yeah.
Now looking towards the willow. Fuel scepter comes out, but they should be able to get air. Oh my god, General. Gotta be very careful. Tobi's there. The crush will turn back around. They got him. Meanwhile, the phase shift still living for the moment. The spider legs away. They did get the kill onto Aramis.
Oh, the feeds.
Chain
feed.
Mr. Tobi most likely. I mean, he does a ton of damage here. Here's the BKB back up. Turns, tries to beat down. Run away.
I was watching for the cooldown on Death Ward. It was coming back up, and it was like, nope, nope. We do not want to be the chain feeders after all of that. So,
how is this a hero? How is this acceptable?
Well, he's coming back.
Monster. Look at this guy. How is this allowed? God damn, Tobi. Give him a break.
Stay away from the river, man. The monster's gonna get you.
Jeez.
Oh, we need a Loch Ness skin.
I like that. He goes underwater just like his head pops out.
Yeah, a little Nessie.
Sounds good. Maybe it changes his voiceover. Gives him a Scottish accent.
Is it just Dark Willow or is it Luna? We're not even sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Iceberg's opting for the Scythe next. Obviously, BKB first item on the Shadow Fiend, plus it's versus a Lifestealer. So, and he did indeed get the BKB, so we're just trying to catch all three of these cores with their BKBs.
I like that decision. I was thinking, like, in that push down bottom, it's sort of, you were talking about the danger of that first stun and, like, whether or not you pop the BKB. It's like, this just forces it. You're not going to be able to.
Yeah.
I think that you can, I don't know. He's going to have Satanic on Shadow Fiend. I'm not sure if they can kill in the duration of a Hex and a Storm Hammer. It'd be interesting to see.
Radiant are scanning.
I think they're sort of resigning themselves to the next Aegis again. Yeah. Of course, they still have cheese, so they could have another go if they'd like.
Well, any other big item pickups that we've got coming out soon?
Well, so far things still feel fairly in Vikings' hands. I think going high ground is tough because of the possibility of just the coil into Sven and the monstrous amount of damage that he's going to have. But I think the Abyssal's an interesting choice just because there is so many BKBs that V2 doesn't want to have to rely on the Aghanims.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think that...
Unfortunately, it'll be a while.
Right. Well, and also, I'm not sure how much this Orchid really, like, increases your damage potential. I guess a good amount, but it feels a little bit weird, right? When you got this big hulking right clicker just sort of hanging on to an Orchid.
Yeah, it's a little awkward when it's just like, you know, you purchase this to essentially force a BKB on the Lifestealer.
Right.
Because you probably could have gotten by without it before, so it's all right in the end, I think.
Yeah. Well, 9,000 gold lead. Tobi walks up the hill. Alwaywannafly doesn't really have another answer for Sedge. Dying and buys back immediately. Wait a minute. Gets a stun. Good amount of damage. Oh, the cookie though. That might have bought him enough time. And now B2 has to run away. Oh my God! Look at the damage coming in onto this Sven, but the relocate pulls them away. Barely able to get out of there. While the lift up comes onto General. He's got to run out of here as well. Bought back on the Snapfire. So far, both supports dead. The Dark Willow gonna see if they can chase down and get any extra damage onto General. They've killed RodjER as he came back in, but it looks like General will escape.
So death and buyback of the Snapfire, and then 2 kills on the supports of Navi with another buyback over there as well. So the gain for Viking here as they march up the high ground and want to plant their flag of destroying Arax.
Okay. So they will get this one rather rapid. Oh, what? Okay, that's fine.
Dire's middle tower is under
Nobody
attack.
noticed the early glyph. It's okay.
Yeah, it's all right.
So that is going to be tier 3 used. Silence on the 2. Has coil afterwards.
Dire's middle
They want to make this play. But this is going to be a second Rax now. As Witch Doctor not up for 14.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
And they're just going to let that one go.
Felt a little too easy for Viking, but yeah, they don't want to make their game deciding fight when they're down 2 heroes, so Another minute until the Rosh was a relatively long one this time, which will end up benefiting Na'Vi. Well, I guess maybe if it was instant, there could have been something there for them when they were actually able to get outside on the map. For now, it would appear they're not quite sure the status of Rosh. They actually scan in. They caught someone for a second, but now it's empty, so... Oh, and then it stayed red the whole rest of the way. So they might think they're in Rosh now because of that.
Yeah, this is a dangerous moment here. And General is up on the top side, doesn't have ulti for another 15 seconds. And it just does hit Knight right now, though. So he'll be able to get back to the rest of his team pretty quickly. Tobi will get to that opening. They find him. BKB uses when they found the aisle. Right as the story, and BKB's come out of bounds. Terrorized afterwards, it's not going to be enough. The BKBs were still going. With Sven dead for 70 seconds, I think Viking might have done it.
Yep.
GG. Wow. Yeah.
You know, the whole tournament started with the tip on the iceberg. Well, the tip from iceberg, rather.
Maybe that's what this is about.
Yep, that's the only reason they won. They had no other...
bottom.
Something dire this way comes.
Time.
Team pick. Lena.
It's hard to breathe.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Prepare for battle.
Oh, thank you, you wonderful, wonderful folks over there. It is game number 2. Navi apparently have picked up the ship and righted it. And Trent, we're now moving into this one. How you feeling about it? You as happy about the draft as the panel was?
Yeah, I'd have to agree. It does look pretty fun. Lots of mobility, pretty annoying to chase down some of these heroes. Feels like if you make a jump as PA, you're gonna get the kill, or how you're gonna get the next jump, because these guys are gonna be dancing all over the place, and then having one stun is a little bit scary. I wouldn't say it's as one-sided as they pointed out, though. Right? We need a little bit of time, especially if the first couple ganks don't go well for the spirits. Maybe they can get the ball rolling on the earlier end here for Viking because they have the Ench, the Beastmaster, and even Shadow Fiend. You know, sometimes you just show up to a lane, get a triple raise, and things look good. I'm expecting a fast build out of Shad. I hope it's not... I don't think this is like Battle Fury Dota.
No.
Maybe it has to be, but either way, you're going to need a lot of farm on this Phantom Assassin.
Yeah, it's going to be a different type of play, and maybe you get that farm by just like accelerating super fast, and you stay ahead the entire game, and then you just get an Aegis and everything's fine. So we're going to see a D ward down bottom, but it's one of those interesting conundrums, right? Like, do you want to try and play fast and then there's no catch-up mechanic in case things go bad, or do you just want to try and sort of go for the slower but steady turtle route? And by turtle, I mean turtle in comparison to the hare. You got what I meant. You know.
Sure. We'll go with that.
Okay.
I do think Iceberg looks like he's a really fun game. I feel like most Ember Spirit players would be quite happy in a game like this. Like, what concerns you? Like, sure, there's high physical burst, I guess, is one problem from a Phantom Assassin when you're more of like, susceptible to that sort of damage, but the control elements are just so lacking.
And he just dodged a raise too with Sleight of Fist, so dude is killing it. That's what you like to see. They missed the other one as well. All right, he got hit. It's over. GG.
I guess there is Dispel, though. That is kind of annoying, as Seleri is making that happen on the General right now as he pops the Resonant Pulse.
Kind of an annoying play, definitely, to have to play around against. But also, like, if that's the only thing that's really working, if you wanted to, Ember could just go for, like, that, 2-4-0 build or whatever it is, and just play around Flame Guard later.
Oh, this is such a good Spirit Vessel game, too, for General. I mean, we all see these urns. Maybe he won't go for the Spirit Vessel right away, but just even having this urn when you know the forced aggression is going to be there from Viking. I love this urn build on offlaners. I think it's the way to go. We've seen General do it quite a bit. We've seen Zai been up to it as well. Just seems very strong with what it gives you early. Boom's just waving at him. Hello. Oh, well, I'm watching this potential there. We get the first blood from Alwaywannafly.
Yeah, this is a dangerous lane. Stormhammer into Light Strike Array, and Alwaywannafly taking a point in that Fiery Soul so he can just get the extra damage out. And now with, another round of mangoes, they're ready to go again. If Tobi steps too far forward, he's going to get punished pretty freaking hard here.
Yeah, has the headdress too, but not enough. I guess it's just outranging the boars, right? Another great part of having the Fiery Soul. Helping you just pelt them down so they have 0 armor.
And they will be able to at least push back a little bit here and there. And he's getting some, he's really not getting great farm. I guess 5 and 1, and then you add in Aramis's couple of last hits in there, and it starts looking a little bit more even. But definitely up top, at least for now, the Void Spirit is the winner out of the 2 offlaners. General having a good time.
Yeah, I haven't even really talked about RodjER's game. Phoenix doesn't really like Beastmaster that much, but overall, the coverage around the egg is pretty good. You have Stormhammer, you have like bolas coming out from the Ember Spirit as well. So if they're not, they can't just focus you if they haven't already controlled up those other heroes to try and stop you from killing the egg, even if you do have some decent range and attack speed from the Beastmaster.
Oh,
the Centaur!
Dude, the Centaur!
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
That was crazy.
I'm not sure if you guys were there in time. I think the camera might have been a little late, but he tried to tether from the left side of that camp with the pull happening, and when he tethered through, the Centaur stopped the IO, and thus disconnected the Beastmaster, and that's what killed him.
That was a great picture you drew, too. That was really well done.
Thank you. Yeah. Yes. It is one of the harder heroes to draw in Dota. Let me do it again.
Nice.
Oh,
well done. Look, he's standing right over it.
He's very impressed. Can you imagine if they could see the drawings? Oh my god, I'd be fired so fast. Every time they miss a last, I'd just be like, sad.
Just put a question mark.
Now that's a feature I would pay for if my opponents could see that kind of stuff. Now we'd really be onto something here.
That'd be really good. RodjER getting down low as Shad is nearby. Has a jump if he wants to use it, but...
Oh, but the fool! Ugh! Get him!
God.
Nice.
So annoying.
You know, they still have the regen thing, don't they?
Yeah. It depends on
is it
which
them?
one, right? I think it is, yeah.
Yeah, Veno lost it. I think the fool is Captain Shad, though, dropping low. Out of spells, though.
Ooh, very
Not even close.
Okay.
Dire's
And
top
iceberg
tower
is going to
under
give
attack.
Seleri the tip as he drops down that ward. I have a feeling that that one's going to be
Radiant's
taken away in a
middle
little bit
tower
here.
is
Actually,
under
they
attack.
might have placed it in a good position. Not sure.
Might have been that the rune stuff, too, just like coming to annoy him. Just give him a little like,
Yeah, but he's dead.
Wow, that was quite the tip. He called that out way in advance.
Yeah, man. It's a baller. And they're going to kill him as well. Shad goes down, too. Wow, this top lane has gone really rough for Vikings so far. Na'Vi off to a hot start.
Well, you heard Mr. Peaky Blinders there. He made a promise.
A bauble from the void.
And much like Lizard and his promise of playing 10 Techies games, I think Na'Vi are going to fulfill the cost promise as well.
We'll have to see. Have to see indeed. Throws out the stun onto the boar. Again, they've got so much damage potential here if they just want to throw out that one stun into the LSA. But both lanes right now, top and bottom, being won by Na'Vi. Boom, having a pretty good time mid, but he's not really the hero that like can immediately go and make impact on the rest of the game, it feels like.
Yeah, I mean, you can see Aramis is very scared.
Yeah. Definitely.
Oh,
Get stunned.
yeah, they could have had him.
Yeah. Up top with this Satyr picked up, they've been able to push back General a good amount, even though he used that earn charge to heal back up. It's not the easiest time in the world once Seleri actually gets a pretty good creep.
Aramis just stick healed the boar. After Alwaywannafly tried to take it down, he tethered and stick healed it. It's
Wow.
genius. Unfortunately, the boar is now just sitting back doing nothing, so not getting
really
a whole lot
good.
done. No. Yeah, no stacks or anything. Turns out his players are a bit busy trying to recover this top lane, which is not really happening. Lowest of the cores for Shad still.
Yeah, one
Just
hurts.
barely behind his own Beastmaster, who's then behind the Shadow Fiend. So we got 3 Radiant cores on top. Mind you, at least the top 4 are very close. Ah, there we go. And they jump back up.
Yeah, he'll be there. And like,
Yeah,
honestly,
don't let the last hits fool you, though, guys. That's neutrals.
the fact that Tobi is still getting a decent time down here in terms of experience, like he can maybe be somebody that can set the tempo a little bit, maybe makes a rotation with the roar, and you know, there is some kill potential. It feels
Right,
like.
but how scary is Roar with IO and Edge?
yeah,
There's no, like,
Problem.
you know, Death Ward or Finger of Death or something. You're going to need a creep follow-up from Seleri, and then you're just getting into situations where, you know, the more cogs in the machine, the more things that can go wrong.
true. Speaking of which, they're pulling back in, but getting 1 kill. So we're trying to get the deny there. If you wrote, it won't happen, but General will fall instead. And just like that, Boom makes a rotation and gets a kill. So,
They're the greatest Dota team of all time.
oh, dude.
Unstoppable. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
We're back.
Can I tell you something about this? This is a really high level tip right here, right? Because it's not that they're tipping the player that made the mistake.
Radiant's middle
They're
tower
tipping his
is under
team and
attack.
saying, oh man, he should have
Radiant
been there. He should have been there. And then the other
structures are
team's like, yeah, it's not my fault. Iceberg should have been there, right? They're trying to sow division.
They make a great point. Yeah. What were you doing, Iceberg?
Why weren't you there?
He's like, I was getting faded brooch, and this thing's busted. Now watch this drive, and he's just gonna kill 3 heroes mid.
It's a great reference.
Thank you.
Well, they're going to try and stop this pressure in towards mid, and they will be able to with RodjER and Iceberg, but Aramis? He's going to take that invis, and you can barely tell. Tethers back up to Boom, and then they're back to the farming races.
They almost look like they're ready to smoke here. In fact, they are. I always want to play buying up a smoke. Might want to try and find level 6. You're so close for a position 5.
Oh, very, very low, and it's going gonna die. The rotation comes a little bit too late. Can they kill off V2?
Oh, there we go.
One raise, two raise. So they get him at the very least.
All right, Boom is carrying.
Dude, this guy is making it work. Got 2 kills over by the Roche. Makes the rotation bottom as the Beastmaster dies and gets the carry. What a guy.
Always want to fly. Wants to can. Oh, I thought he was gonna try and cancel that TP. I think he wanted to.
Great. He knew he'd die for it. Oh no. Yeah, Boom realizes that they could have gone on him right there if they changed and maybe like remnant it in. So threatens the Requiem and then backs out.
Yeah, he's letting them know. Dire Ops does see Always Want to Fly moving out of the positioning under the tower, which might lead them to believe that this is free, and so they will just chase Always Want to Fly for the second free part of this. Oh, swing and a miss.
Radiant's courier.
Oh my god, did they just get that courier
Radiant's
again? That's the same courier. It still has his null. You see much was on that? The smoke was there. Off sentry, everything. Mid lane, Aramis being chased down, but manages the tether to the tier 2.
Well played. In the meantime, Boom is taking out stacks in the jungle away from Na'Vi. They take the tower. Na'Vi. This lead that they're holding, not looking completely infallible, and you know, V2's got himself a little bit of free time up here on the top lane, but they've caught themselves Aramis General, trying to bring him down. Double astral step secures the kill as iceberg rotates in now, and they find Boom, dodges away from the LSA, throws out the ulti, and now ready to turn, gets the stun there on the one with the roar out. And
Always Want to Fly. What are you doing?
Dude, he's pissed. His courier got killed over and over again. He dies instead of his mid. There's no way to play.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Oh, that's certainly not helping anyone, and I don't know if this glyph's really gonna stop them.
With us.
With an illusion rune, Edge going for the heals, trying to keep that Wildling Ripper alive, keep the aura going.
And he denies, and he denies. Oh,
Radiant's
not gonna
middle
happen.
tower has fallen.
Iceberg not able to get it, and Boom again going towards that BKB and let him know about it.
Oh, this is my new favorite rivalry.
This is great.
We need some more of these.
It actually is a pretty good rivalry too, because I think the teams are fairly evenly matched. You know, Viking definitely got the better of them last game, but this isn't like blowout Dota, it feels like. General walks up towards high ground, gonna get one of those boars while they're gonna just TP out on the Enchantress.
And Shad showing the Deso. I love this. I really hope this is what he opts for. I mean, I guess he's kind of committed now with Mithril Hammer anyway, but I think the play is definitely not to go for the Battle Fury and try and play Dota that way. And you can already tell that they know that's the way to do this with the rotation this early down to the bottom lane. So with the early Deso and stacking with the minus armor aura that will be coming out from Booms shortly, so it's gonna be pretty nice. You look at this Ember, talk about how they don't have a lot of stun. Well, it will quite literally be one touch at that point to blow up Iceberg.
True. Maybe we'll see some of the fabled Shadow Fiend Abyssal Blade.
Oh, true.
It's a classic.
That smoke finally arrives after 2 deaths of the courier. Always Want to Fly also has the Laguna Blade back, but they might be a bit too late.
Oh, danger. Danger. General, will they get this kill before the rest of them get there? No. So General will live as they bring it down the Enchantress. Although there's still a little creep chasing them. And you know, the rotation comes in actually. They kill Always Want to Fly. General tries to get out of there and does just manage to escape as Iceberg gonna be rooted in place. Requiem comes out from the side, and that gives them the fear. They have enough to bring him down. That raise just barely off the mark. And with that, Ember makes the retreat. Boom's still chasing him, but yeah, realizes it's not gonna work.
Oh, they have a ward there, bud.
Oh my god, Iceberg, how could you do this? Holy moly. That guy's crazy.
The worst part is he's still under a ward right now while they're doing this, too. Yeah. There's nothing else to capitalize on this.
General's back alive now, or back towards the bottom lane now, rather.
And a mech finished up now for Aramis. First item complete.
He's gotten a lot of space. Shadow Fiend started roaming around and making things happen. Granted, you look at the 2 supports on Na'Vi, and they're also pretty far up there.
Yeah, they're doing great.
Dire
Being
are
earlier
scanning.
Yules for Alwaywannafly for a 5, and especially considering the depths that he's had so far this game. But they're looking for the dual timing right now on the side of Viking, with the Deso being complete on Shad and the BKB being complete on Boom. Should be done around the same time. They're both about 300 gold away.
Okay.
So when that happens, they're going to smoke up. They could just leave one person farming with the Aya, do the relocate in, or they could just like smoke his 5 and use the relocate to save someone from the Sven stun.
Yeah, and they'll have like also this sort of added bonus of Tobi, who's going to have the Vlad's done at that point, and 4 points of Inner Beast as well. Seems like the likely way it's going to go. As mid lane, general, I mean, this is the part that I think is really frustrating for Viking, is that Na'Vi just are so free in the way that they move. Like, it's really hard to get the lockdown on any of them, as we've talked about time and again.
Yeah, I mean, look at General like that, right?
Yeah.
You can just walk him to a hill and 2 heroes just be gone.
Bottom. Shad. In some trouble here. Gonna turn, try and get something done onto RodjER, but the root is there. The stun, and afterwards Aramis trying to keep him alive. The mech reveal, and then the jump forward. Can they get out? They need a couple more seconds for this one to work. And the chase down
keep
is there.
moving.
3 seconds, 2, 1. Aramis gets him away. That was everything popped. Oh yeah, give him the tip there. There you go.
That's never gonna get old.
That's amazing.
Well, we got 15 of those to be used this game, guys. I expect everyone to be on iceberg.
That's so good.
Radiant's middle
It's not
tower
even his
is
fault.
under
They're just
attack.
like,
It wasn't even that impressive. It's like, I mean, yeah, it was a good play, but it's like, well, what was I supposed to do? Congrats, you relocated. But I love it.
yeah, it's true. It makes it all good. I mean, and that's also while Na'Vi is like
Oh, RodjER.
continuing to build their lead, right?
All right. Thought he was gonna walk up there. That could have been bad.
Oh, this is big. But there is a ward that's scouting all this out, so they know what's happening. It's going rather rapidly, though. RodjER nearby has egg available. Has to be careful about his positioning. Ember throws out the slight to start. General ready to jump in. Roche down to about a 3rd HP. That's revealed right now as they head on through.
There's no god strength.
Gotta be careful. Again, Boom is in there with Aramis. This is so dangerous.
Yeah, the chip damage is too much with max slight.
Boom's still
There's no
hanging
way
out,
you
though.
can just like take it.
You also can't leave it though. And V2 throws out the stun there to open. Still
Dire's
BKB
bottom
being
tower
held by
is
Boom.
under
That might be
attack.
enough to make them feel like they can do it.
Na'Vi are waiting for god strength.
Damage. It's getting really close. 10 seconds away. The hoof stomp's available afterwards too. Oh, this centaur creep could make the difference. 40
this
seconds
is like
left before it reveals.
The biggest footsies of all time.
This is like
We got
the
2 on each side. Everyone's just waiting.
egg down right on top of the Boom. Trying to talk. Can they get it? Wait for it to get out. Aramis of all people gets the egg. If the egg is gonna fall, don't give out time. Oh, Na'Vi made it work. Everybody's falling. Alwaywannafly trying to run out of there, but Shad will fall. And with that, Na'Vi take them all.
Oh, they trapped themselves in this situation on the side of Viking. It looked kind of good because you're doing it while the god strength is down, but then you couldn't finish it in time, and they have the pokey damage, and I think Alwaywannafly, I'm pretty
Dire's
sure,
middle
got the
tower
Roche
is
kill
under
with that
attack.
Dragon Slave, which caused the snatch to be there from Aramis as well. So they really got it all there on the side of Na'Vi, short of walking away with the Aegis. Just fantastic fight
Dire's
for
middle
them.
tower has fallen.
Ember did more damage in that fight than the entire Viking team, and
I believe it.
I can't believe how close that egg was to dying. Like, oh, if that egg went down, can you imagine? That whole fight might end up looking different.
Dire's bottom
That's so
tower
done
is
for
under
iceberg
attack.
now too, so this physical
Dire's
damage build,
structures are
this could be
fortified.
really devastating. 7,000 gold lead now for Na'Vi.
Yeah, not really what you expect from an
Dire's
Ember
bottom
in a
tower
lot of
is
matches
under
these
attack.
days, but someone has to go for it in this game. Wants to join as Sven, you know, wants to help him out. It's pretty good having AoE minus armor when you have a hero that relies so heavily on this cleave.
Well, they throw out the remnant just to get some extra vision onto there. I mean, Na'Vi is pushing this. This you can tell this is like a different way than Viking had played it previously. They're sort of trying to push their advantage and bully a little bit more, I think, than we saw last game from Viking, where they're playing a little bit more conservatively.
I think they might have just tried a little bit too hard on that Roche.
Yeah.
Like, if they had just gotten those good items, went for the smoke play, it might have been a little bit better for them. But that's one of the main problems they have, is that the smokes are kind of hard when all they have is the Beastmaster. It basically requires them to catch Na'Vi in that bottom half of the map, because that's where the Beastmaster wants to play. That's where the Beastmaster's going to have the better vision, and that's also why you see like 7 sentries down here, because Na'Vi understand that that's where Beastmaster's been living. That's where they've been free to roam, so they want to clear this all out. It's beautiful deep warding by them. When we talk about Alwaywannafly maybe getting the earlier Yule Scepter, but I'm sure this is mostly his gold that's gone into these obs, or these sentries.
True. Yeah, and making sure that they always are on that front foot. Like that ward that's up there, this is what allowed them to go into that Roche contest.
Yeah, true. True.
But a smoke up now. And Na'Vi, well, they reveal at least General in the mid lane. Not sure if that was on accident or not, but Shad, he's underneath his own ward,
Radiant
staying
are
safe, but
scanning.
it's about to go red. They realize now that they're up there. Do they decide to...
Tobi's just gone. He's by this obs. They have a M-Claw and Ember.
Got him caught. Get the double boars afterwards, because why not? General, still hanging out there, runs into the PA. Now PA's in trouble, although Boom is over here as well. The relocate out. Good play.
Look at that damage. 460 damage from the Ember right now when he's slicing people.
Yeah, the M-Claw's terrifying. That's really scary stuff. And Io will fall.
Dire's
As the
bottom
pressure is
tower
going to be
under
mounted
attack.
now towards bottom at tier 1 tower, it looks like.
Have you ever seen a panelist more confident than Lacoste was in this one? Yeah. He knew.
Yeah,
He saw the future.
Generation.
true. Yeah, he's very aware.
I think he was quite right. Oh, there it is again.
Dire's bottom
Bounties.
tower is under attack.
Bounties.
Radiant's top tower
Chase
is under
down.
attack.
Celery, does he get out of here?
He's just padding his stats with this healing. He just wants to see more slights. More damage for Iceberg.
I mean, doesn't it make sense to let yourself die so you don't lose your range drops?
One by one, they
You gotta
fall.
backpack him. That's the real play.
Okay,
In fact,
I like it.
oh, well, he was getting his tome. Okay.
Okay. Well, 11,000 net
Now-
worth lead as it slowly built up over and over.
Riddle me this. How did Ember do 1,884 damage, but Enchantress has 960 health, guys?
That's a good point.
Now you know how annoying that heal is when it's maxed out. That's crazy.
I think that it's one of those ones that's super underrated, but if you can get that like near the IO in these fights, like whoever is getting jumped on is not gonna die.
That sounds like some like TF2 medic tethering medic strat. The Ubersaw strat.
I never played that game.
Ah,
Bad. And
continue to disappoint me, Gabe.
I'm sorry. That's my bad.
It's okay. This time.
Only this time. No. Catch Shad. Trouble. He's dead. What was he doing? Okay. BKB used for Boom, but now they're looking to take the fight on the other side. Healing be damned. Sven is going to take your life, and now diving
Dire's
for
top tower is under
afterwards.
attack.
They're going to relocate. They get away with the Shadow Fiend. Oof.
Oh man, you have no hope versus Void
Dire's
Spirit.
top tower is under attack.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, I mean you're just dead. Little Aether
Dire's
there.
top tower has
Piece of
fallen.
cake.
Got him.
General was even prepping the mid lane.
Dude, no
Dire's
BKB,
Yeah.
and they're just gonna
are
egg him.
fortified.
Oh, boom! Roar afterwards to try and get away. He's doing down, beat some crap out of him,
Attack.
and will take the kill with the last remnants of that God strength. As Tier 2 tower is gonna be assaulted, and this is going to be another objective claim for Na'Vi in what has felt like a
Dire's
super
middle
simple
tower
game since
has
that Roche
fallen.
fight.
Yeah, everything's going their way, and yeah, I think their items are just good on everyone. I love the deaths on the Ember for how this game's being played. You can see how much they're just shredding through them, and we haven't even seen an issue where, or an instance rather, where you had like the slide into the Sven. Really, like Ember alone is just doing so much physical damage, and they're just they're the flowchart Dota players this game. You know, they're just making things simple for themselves. They bought good items, they're playing together, they have great vision, excellent D wards. Again, I want to point out from Alwaywannafly, that ward winning them the Roche fight. It feels like the vision game, despite having the Beastmaster on the enemy team, has always been on their side.
Which is so unusual, and like you said, it's sort of something that all comes back again to that warding placed on down, and well, these types of aggressive heroes too that can take advantage of it. as Seleri is gonna take a lot of damage here. I'll see how much they do in this instance. But iceberg, yeah, he's
all right.
after last game, he's coming back at him.
Actually, he just tipped always want to fly for stealing his kill.
Okay, gotcha.
That was the teammate tip.
So used to it now. The anger.
He's trying to deflect a little. Mid lane.
Got him caught again. Aramis hoping to escape afterwards, but there is no tether available.
An honorable death.
I was going to mention though that it feels like they might have pissed off iceberg after that last game. They've awakened to the beast.
Give me my
Dire's
hero.
middle tower is under attack.
Oh man, Lincoln Sphere, he is so saved.
Scepter lift up,
Dire's
remnant
middle
down,
tower
boom, force to
has
pop the BKB, V2 and throw down the stun. Gonna take down one. Who's next? It's Striker Rain, not timed together perfectly, trying to go for the ulti, and Fear is gonna hit onto basically everybody.
Bingos!
There's no follow-up. Zero follow-up, and GG is called Na'Vi with a very solid effort in this game number 2, and the Roche fight that I think set it all up.
Yeah, we're a speedrun in this series, and despite this being two kind of one-sided games, I still found them very entertaining and good to watch, just because of like how we're seeing, you know, as you put it, these.
Navi's turn to ban.
I think. But
Radiant team ban. Navi's turn to ban.
penis.
Radiant team ban. Navi's turn to pick. Radiant team pick. Navi's turn to pick.
Sven stands ready.
Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Navi's turn to ban.
The undying waits.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Navi's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Navi's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Navi's turn to pick.
Beastmaster.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Void incarnate.
Navi's turn to pick.
Shadow demon.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Navi's turn to ban.
Soul Warlord.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Navi's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Navi's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
I speak for the trees.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. You may now select your heroes. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Thank you so much, Neil. Trent, do you ever like sometimes want your colleagues to like just fail a little bit and just get the draft prediction wrong? You know what I mean? Like T-Gov's over there, he's so happy. He's trying to like, you know, make his new Twitch emote with him holding up the Sven thing. Unbelievable.
Is that what he's doing? He's fishing for new emotes. That's pretty smart. Start streaming,
That's a
just
good
start doing random stuff on panels. Yeah.
See, we knew.
I wouldn't sink that low to go for things like backdrops and Christmas lights and those sort of things. That's just easy brownie points.
Do a pog face, Trent.
No, I'm good, thanks.
Okay.
It's as pog as I get until the Dota starts. And unfortunately, it's not starting, guys. We gotta pause. Now, I don't know about you. I see MLPs get the Sven's Warcry tip. Mine says, always be polite, especially to your teammates. People are less likely to listen to those who are rude.
See, that's the one that I have right now, is the Primal Roar with stun spell immune targets. They think they base them off of your time spent in Dota or something. They're like, you know, lyrical, you need a little bit of extra help here.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
You know it. But it is interesting. I think that this is going to be a I kind of have to agree with the panel, as much as I wanted to like sort of, you know, make fun of them a little bit, because they're all like, yeah, it's definitely gonna happen. It feels like it's kind of gonna happen. Like Lesh, Sven, they've got this like crazy undying hero that hasn't been in any of the games yet, but has always looked so good. What are you thinking about it?
I would say that it looks like both teams can get off to that very quick start. You have like this IO lineup with Relocate and the Nature's Prophet alongside a mobile hero like the Void Spirit. I have a lot of faith in the general Void Spirit. He's extremely good at the hero. So yeah, I don't know. If I had to pick a team, I kind of feel a little bit better about Navi's lineup.
Okay. Okay, that's cool.
I like Troll. Yeah. He's good.
I mean, the other thing about it that's pretty neat, right, is like the early pressure you can put on with the Nature's Prophet to the side lanes.
What is this Sven doing? What is that quick buy say?
Bad things.
Shad?
Bad things. That's what's going on. Not the way you want it to go. as he is apparently wanting to go for a hand of Midas. Do you like that decision?
Well, clearly that's why I just sounded so excited about it. No, I don't know. Is that
30
why?
seconds to battle.
I don't know. He wants to do it, man. Why are you hating?
I'm not sure. Yeah, seems like a bit of a wild one to opt for.
Yeah.
I'm trying to recall if I've seen a Sven Midas in a while. I don't really think I have.
Yeah, I feel like we've seen a couple of other heroes. The Night Stalker earlier was one of the ones. What else is there? There haven't been that many. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, there's other heroes in Dota.
The
Yeah,
battle
yeah.
begins.
I don't know, man. What do you want from me?
All right, well, we'll see. See if he opts for it. It might just be, he's just looking at it for now. Maybe he's got some big old plan. Really wants to get to the talents or something. Needs that bonus XP. Huge brain stuff happening.
Be a big boy and get yourself an Aghanims. I think it's probably fine, right? If he has a good enough start to it, it feels like it should be okay. Because I think that they scale better into the late game. I don't know. How do you feel about Troll right now?
I really like Troll for, I don't know, he's a momentum-based hero, I would say, in the fact that you really don't want to make any mistakes when you have this hero, but if you don't make any of those mistakes, I think he heavily rewards you because he can just, like, fight non-stop, and he doesn't really have cooldowns, right? He's just kind of good to go for the majority of times. It's nice.
He is definitely a sort of, that's part of the reason I asked, is because I feel like he's a very different type of hero in terms of like how he scales and how you play him than other ones. But I don't know. I guess that in this game, going against like Aramis in particular, it feels like it could be kind of rough, right? You just disrupt him when he pops ulti, or like you demonic purge him, he's not going anywhere. Could be pretty
that part is definitely a little bit annoying, but at the same time, he also offers up like mischance and stuff for the Sven too. Like he's one of the better carries in that regard. He's good. Like whenever you have like AOE mischance, that's like a direct benefit versus the Beastmaster, because part of his ability and what Beastmaster is balanced around is giving attack speed to all his allies. So if you're reducing the general damage that right clicks are doing, you're weakening the status of Beastmaster in the draft.
Good deny up there, by the way.
Oh yeah, you get the little kick. Anytime I get the kick, lasted, or deny on Beastmaster, I know it's a good game.
It's funny how that stuff goes. Him and the Phantom Lancer, the other one. I don't see that here anymore. Ooh, the root. Okay. Oh, and RodjER gets in front for the body block. Uh-oh. Where are you gonna go, buddy? Gonna try and stack up the poison, but it's gonna come too late as Tobi go down. That's blood.
Yeah, level 1 poison doesn't even feel like it's worth the mana most of the time.
Dire's top tower
He's
is
just
under
hoping it
attack.
might push them back a little. But yeah, and the reason why I always call it like a momentum hero is that a lot of items are very good on Troll, but he doesn't have like those very specific items that are so busted on him you have to buy them every game, which can be a good thing and a bad thing. The good thing is that he can utilize many different items based on the opponents. But the bad thing is he doesn't have these like crazy bust items like Sven has every game where you just go like Echo Saber, Aghanims, BKB, and your game is kind of done for you, right?
True.
But when you're winning every fight and you just get to keep like buying all the right items, that's why it just feels so nice on Troll.
When we saw, what was it, Topson the other day, who went like Vlad's into Manta Radiance, like it didn't matter, like you said. And
that was a very extreme example, but you're right. That was literally buy anything.
Well, and with this type of a game, you know, I'm looking at this Navi draft thinking, okay, they want to play aggro early, maybe rotate in that Nature's Prophet to bottom, try and secure that tower. They could even try and go at like the early point, like 5-minute mark with the first catapult maybe. The only danger is that it's hard to fight into an Undying like that sometimes.
Valve has granted me another helpful tip on my my pause screen. It says, try not to dwell on your mistakes. Learn from them and move on. That's some good Dota advice. And now apply that to your teammates too.
Yeah.
You know, when your Void misses that third chrono, there's not really much point in saying like, ah, Void, why would you do that? It's not, it can't fix it, you know?
True. I think that that's a really good point. It's like, feels like something a therapist would say, you know? It's not just,
that's
it's not
Dota.
just Dota. It's just, it's life. It's life in general. And this is another great one on the mainstream. Each hero reaches their maximum effectiveness at a different time in the match. Replace match with life, And you know, we've got a whole nother world.
Unfortunately, we all peaked very, very early. And that's why we're here now.
True. Oh, God. Painful. All right, well, down bottom, a battle for the stack slash creep wave is going on. They're going to pull in the Undying. Tombstone dropped on down. Is that just going to be more gold given over? It looks like Lola's always want to
Shad deny it.
General, he gets away. Salve up afterwards. Dude, light strike right after.
All right.
Shad.
Relax, always want to fly.
He's done.
Why did you
Oh, baby. Dude, a little bit of help from the Centaur. Suddenly they own him.
Yeah, Shad got busted on that one.
That was like about as good as it goes, right? Always want to find gets the tombstone and then everything else. Boom in the mid lane is going to get punished a little bit by Iceberg, but they can't bring him down.
Yeah, but Iceberg's already abused his TP as well to come back to the lane, so he's just out regening Boom. I mean, look at Boom. He does not have a bottle. He has to go and take the invis. His bottle's on the way, but he's 600 gold behind Iceberg right now.
Yeah, I mean, thank goodness they at least has the bottle coming out. That would be really bad otherwise. And yeah, if they won't, I really want to see Iceberg make a rotation at around this 5-minute mark. If he hits 6 in time and like is able to, you know, secure a tower early.
Well, that's why they're casting spells on Shad down bottom right now. They're just throwing out Aether Remnants and stuff because they're waiting for when he hits 6. So Shad needs to make sure that he's regenning up constantly.
Right. Yeah, he does have 4 tangos and a magic stick, so that is going to be at least a little bit hard for them to connect on to the kill. Yeah, just spamming spells, and here comes the tombstone down yet again. More gold into the coffer of Alwaywannafly. Shad, they get rotated on. They bring in the Nature's Prophet Iceberg. We'll be able to catch him with the Sprout. Summon some trees on the other side. Body blocks not quite there in time. In general, we'll have another Aether Remnant up soon.
Alwaywannafly chase down Seleri as well, but Seleri did take the bounty rune in front of him, so he got that. But it's another kill for Alwaywannafly. 2-0-1, and quite wealthy right now for Alina. Again, another fun game for him.
He doesn't get his courier killed this time, though. He learned his lesson.
Oh, the root up top on Tobi. The second root up top on Tobi.
Ooh, slow dead.
Doesn't even need the triple.
Okay, Na'Vi out of the gate. Looking good. 5-0 start, 1,000 gold lead. One slight miss up in the rotation there from Iceberg, but his next one's going to be deadly. He's got level 6.
Oh, at least Aramis gets here in time for a stack. They got that going for them.
Okay. Much needed.
Yeah, they need a rotation from Aramis to the mid where he just gets a disruption into a kill. That would be a good goal. It looks like instead it'll be the top lane they put the focus on.
Boom, making that move. Only 1 point up in Edict, so even if they do manage to get the kill, it's not going to be a quick.
And it's a hard one with the tether being there.
Rotation bottom instead. They got Shad. Good move as they set up for the kill. And Iceberg can summon some trees in a moment here as they have the catapult coming in.
Thanks.
7-0.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Dude, I feel bad that I've
Radiant
cursed our panel.
structures are fortified. Radiant's
Sorry, I think
bottom
it's last game, you
is
know.
under attack.
True.
It looks really good, so. Boom now pushing mid. He's got the 2-2-2 build happening, so no super fast edict, but they're still already instantly pinging it right now from General saying, hey, I don't want to give this up for free. Who's going?
But the glyph comes out. That keeps it alive, and now they can come back and defend if they want to. Bringing in the Nature's Prophet to start. Aramis is right there on top of them. So could
Yeah, interesting that
setup.
he TPs. You would think that maybe he'd wait for his teleportation to bring a faster TP into the other heroes.
And now, because of it, they're not going to be able to keep him alive, most likely. Iceberg will fall. But the follow-up, the turnaround, Alwaywannafly tries to bring down Boom. General's on top of him. Pulls him back in with the remnant, and Alwaywannafly is involved in yet another kill as they take down the Undying to boot General, securing both of those.
I think he knew he was going to die. The way he TP'd in there, I think that's exactly what he... Maybe he hoped they could save him in time, but I think they knew they'd get a good trade either way.
Okay.
Because that was just too obvious. But they knew the Shadow Demon was there. They'd seen him already. And Iceberg just refills the bottle mid. How convenient.
What a
All right, more stacking action here. Can we see the double here, Aramis? Oh, yeah, he's got it.
Nah.
This is what you need.
That being said,
We don't talk about that. Look away, MLP.
Dude,
don't watch. There
It's
you go.
also right on a ward, which now Aramis realizes that there's a ward in the area as the Wrath of Nature comes through. Can
That's where you just claim it was in the camp. Be like, they must have blocked it. No way I messed that up. He actually just pinged it.
Nice, I like that. All right, they're going to take the stack right now, but they're moving in as well with General. They want to contest this. They get the D ward, but pull back in on the Shadow Demon. Aramis goes for the disruption. Do they have another step afterwards? The stun comes out. It's in trouble now, and General just gonna pop.
Yeah, RodjER did not want to tether back in. It just did not feel very good. And he correctly identifies that there is, in fact, a ward there that sort of saw what they were up to.
Yeah. Well, 8 minutes in now, and top net worth inhabited by the Troll and the Void Spirit, with Lesh just slightly ahead of the Nature's Prophet. And the big loser in terms of the cores so far has been Tobi. 2,600 on this Beastmaster net worth. But also Sven, who's a little bit behind.
Also, only level 6.5 on the Beastmaster, too. I mean, I guess General is, too. They've both been running around quite a bit. I would have thought General was higher for being 4-1 and 3. Kills are weird now, man.
Yeah.
They do not give that much XP.
Dota fixed.
Oh, please, FPS. Thanks.
There you go, guys. Put it on Reddit. There it is. Angry beeps.
It's appropriate.
But yeah, I get what you mean. That like being involved in so many kills, you'd think General would be further up.
Yes.
True. We get the reconnect and ready to go again. Lena was killing off some boars. And have we all reconnected? Yeah, Shad comes back in and re-queues up the Midas.
Attaboy. He was getting worried for a second.
It's funny, right? Because like he leaves the game and has to re-queue his items. You just see it pop up again. It's like first priority, have to do it. Oh, V-Tune, no.
I mean, it's very interesting that he just knew that this was a Midas game.
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a Sven expert.
It does sort of speak to, I guess, maybe a way that the rest of the team is going to need to play around it as well, of like trying to protect this triangle here whenever possible. And they've done a good job of getting at least that one round of D wards out. But they're going to need to sort of work overtime on it and make sure that they don't give up just the entire map to Na'Vi out farming them.
So why is like Mask Echo bad this game?
Because you might disassemble it and turn it into an orchid.
Ah, yes. There you go. Although, hey, the orchid actually looks really legit. Just saying.
Don't be baited. Don't be baited into it.
That's what happens every time, is it?
I feel like it's ever since like the God King build started coming around, you know.
Yeah,
right?
people overthink it a little. Yeah.
They're like, if I do this and then disassemble, it's like it's trying to solve a complex puzzle when the answer is just like get a hammer, you know, and beat the crap out of them. That's the real answer.
All right. Well, at least the beating can continue as we are unpaused now. Let's recap here. It's 9-2. The Radiant are smoking. They just actually had a win for the first time in a while. Picking off, I believe, our Void Spirit there.
Oh, this is nice.
Wow. Wow.
Look
Oh,
at the
no.
stack.
Oh, recovery mode engaged. They have no idea.
Oh, it hurts. Oh, Na'Vi are nearby, but they can't walk up
Radiant's
that
top
hill.
tower is under attack.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Look
Dire's
at the
pillar
pings.
has been killed.
They're so sad.
RodjER. Oh, God.
Wait, can they catch him on the way out?
It's gone.
RodjER's just like, give me something in return. Give me your courier, please. And RodjER's forced to run away. On the top side, though, Tobi. And they chase down a little bit. They'll get bounty
Oh,
right.
man. Do you remember the start of Donkey Kong Country where Donkey Kong walks in and all the bananas are gone? That was Na'Vi right there. And it just plays that little music. He's all sad. Yeah. The bananas are gone. They gotta go chase down King K. Rool. Fetch their bananas back.
That's true. The sad part is that they burned the bananas. There's no.
No,
getting
they just
back,
ate
right?
them, and if you kill them, they drop the bananas back to your team in the form of golden experience. Dota's a wonderful game.
That's so morbid.
Well, I don't make the rules.
That's fair. Jeez. Hawks there gonna scout out General. Tobi hiding off in the trees. Realizing, hey, this could be deadly. Nah, he's just gonna get the boar kill instead. But a couple cool little neutral items here as well. Aramis was able to pick up the Keen Optic, one of the really nice one, and is working his way towards the Aether Lens. So that's one of those ones that like is deceiving how big of a deal it can make, as having that extra range on Disruption or Demonic Purge or whatever.
Yeah, 100%. That's a extremely good spell, especially with how much they're going to rely on it as their initiation outside of Roar. It's their other best option, assuming the Sven doesn't want to be the first one in.
General, okay. Coming in afterwards. I'm not sure about that one. Now forced to run away.
Yeah, Tombstone dropped is just not worth fighting into that when it's up on the high ground like that. So.
Ooh. But look at the same
Radiant's
time mid.
middle tower
That
is under
rotation
attack.
is
Radiant's
faint
middle
and then
tower has
turns
fallen.
into a tier 1 tower taken. Pretty cool.
Yeah, and then V2's just right back to it on the bottom lane as well. Comes back from the relocate and has already cleaned up the Ancient, so they just move down to the lane. And has been looking towards the SNY and the Satanic for quite a long time on V2. Still looks pretty solid. Very good SAS resistance game.
Yeah, just tanking up too to survive that initial burst that comes from Sven. It's like the dual combo when you go for the status resist so much HP. And they do have like some other sort of, you know, pretty hard
Radiant
save
are
in the
strong.
IO.
Dire's
But
structures are
making sure
fortified.
that you don't have to fully rely upon that is also, I
Dire's
imagine,
top
pretty
tower
nice
is under
as
attack.
well. So they pressure in for the tier 1 tower for a moment, but then our rebuff. General.
They gotta hurry though. The relocate's back in 15
Dire's
seconds. They
top
want to
tower
use this
is under
Orchid.
attack.
This could be a good fight for
Radiant's
Navi. I think
bottom
always want to fly,
tower
likely
is
thinking
under
about
attack.
TPing up here soon, but
Dire's
they
top
get enough
tower
speed
has
that's
fallen.
not gonna be the tier 1 at the very least. So I think they dodged a bit of a bullet there. Good timing there from Viking.
You know, you had mentioned the way in which in game number 1 you wanted to see Navi find more pickoffs around the map. This feels like the ultimate pickoff draft, right? You've got this Void Spirit that can start mixing things up and then relocates and Nature's Prophet. But Viking, they play so kind of clumped together that we haven't really seen those pickoffs be created. It's more like they're trying to out-farm them around the rest of the map, kind of. Punish him that way instead.
Yeah, and one of the benefits of the IO though is that like it's not too bad just because like the troll is mostly just farming. That is a lot of drawings from V-Tune.
Wow.
He's saying I want to farm all of this.
Yeah.
And they can only farm here, so I'm happy with the situation. I believe is what he just described.
That was the same line I
Dire's
made.
middle
Look
tower
at that.
is under
Well,
attack.
he's a pretty smart guy.
Radiant's bottom
Yeah,
tower is under
They're doing
attack.
it. Jeez. Well, and yeah, now at what 3,000 gold lead that's sort of staying stagnant, but Alwaywannafly gets a free time to himself down here bottom as well. Working towards something. You think he had Arcane Boots queued up for a second, but could go like Yules or whatever.
Yeah, I think Yule's first sounds pretty good. For now, just mangoes. So yeah, I think he might be giving up on the Arcane Boots. Just saying, yeah, I think I'll buy some mangoes instead.
Dude, Tobi is so broke.
Radiant's top tower is
He's
under
gonna get
attack.
passed up by the IO soon.
That is a little bit depressing. I mean, it's a Beastmaster, I guess, so like a lot of your value obviously is in the vision and the roar, but items are pretty good.
True. RodjER hanging out nearby as Shad sort of put the screws to him a little bit, but relocate down bottom. Aramis going to be found and quickly killed, but they realize now that sets up for an easy pickoff afterwards on the IO.
Correction.
Do they bring back everybody? Probably not.
Yeah, no tower nearby. No tower nearby. Yeah, not gonna be worth it.
Okay,
You died well enough.
15-minute mark as there is some movement over. Alwaywannafly is going to try and find one. Iceberg TP's in on him.
Dire's
And
middle tower
will
is
be
under
able to
attack.
eat their way through, but look on the back. Woo! Shad, you'll
Zapped.
their lift up. Roar afterwards. Alwaywannafly. Light strike raise going to connect. General still in some trouble. Some good damage is coming out from the ledge rack. And Iceberg is just going to be brought down. They take down Alwaywannafly afterwards. Great reaction from Viking.
Yeah, and Seleri buying back. Tips to Iceberg. When you buy back like that on dying, you'd probably want to roach. Like they let him know. Well, Aramis gets up there, utilizes the vision.
It's really nice. Yeah, and Roche getting brought down somewhat low. They have the Tombstone already in there.
Oh, he's got 2 jumps and a Yule's, man. He wants in.
No, Seleri also popped the ulti, so he's getting that bonus damage out right now. Really deadly time here. General thinking about going in, but not going to do it. And now they show up with Aramis. Iceberg a little bit late. But again, they're just going to Quelling Blade through the trees.
This game, it's looking a little bit dicey for Viking for a while, but they held fast. And talk about how like you're getting so much more space on the side of Na'Vi, but then suddenly a couple fights go their way. Even though you're way ahead in the kill score, they've been getting the later fights, which are more valuable. Their set has a Midas. So his net worth, yes, it's a little empty, but he is on top, and he is still going to get a lot off, even out of a small part of the map.
This is, I think, not following the formula that we've seen from other games, where it's just like a clear outdraft into winning. But now it's starting to feel like, you mentioned, Viking may be able to pull away a little bit over the next little bit here. We'll see if they can sort of continue to accentuate the lead that they're starting to build, or if Na'Vi can reassert themselves. It feels like maybe pickoffs is the way that you do that.
It is, but the frustrating part is that they've been so clumped, and they're just relying on this small area for farm. And we know they have some other pretty poor players right now, right? Like,
yeah.
Tobi is way down there. So it's not like there's a... That's why the gap is still in Na'Vi's favor, net worth-wise, despite the Sven being almost 1,000 ahead. As Tobi, well, he's going to go down just a little bit further. So there's your pickoff.
But the Wolfhero's moving in.
Oh, they tried to boots a travel into Leshrac, but the Nature's Prophet ulti actually killed the creep.
Even. General doesn't have any more Astral Steps. He's just takes away the bounty rune. And now God's Strength goes out. Alwaywannafly's in trouble. General also going to get worked here if he's not careful.
Wow.
Has a Yule Scepter afterwards, but they stuck around far too long. He has another Astral Step brought down low. One more swipe kills him. Do they even give him a bounty rune? What the hell?
I think that's like the second time I've ever seen that happen.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
Dire's top tower is under
Well,
attack.
return plays. They have the Nature's Prophet trying to push and get some gold in the mid lane. Troll still farming on the bottom side, but utilization of the Aegis here from Viking. Not able to secure a tier 2 still at the very least. They couldn't get full pressure into that tower, so they're not going to claim a pre-20-minute outpost by the looks of it, which would have been an excellent goal with that Aegis.
True, yeah. That's at least a little sliver of hope there for Na'Vi. Granted, they it's sort of framing it as if it's all bad news. B-Tune's still crazy farmed right now, and is working well on his way towards that Satanic. I'm actually surprised how well he's been able to keep up in his farm compared to this Midas Sven. It's pretty impressive. Guess that's what you get when you don't die.
And you have way more space, too.
Right.
Like, if anything, it's impressive that the Sven is staying up there, really. I think with, like, the little room he's getting, like, they're not able to offer a lot more to his allies, which is partially why the Leshrac's good here with the Boots of Travel, because he can be a little bit more lane-focused.
Got it.
Yule's up mid.
Has another one afterwards. Pops it there.
Ooh, got him.
Just a jump away, but still lots of damage onto this tier 1 tower. As Boom dodges away,
Dire's middle
not able to get the
tower
deny
has
from
fallen.
Alwaywannafly onto the tier 1 tower,
Would have been very impressive.
and that sets us up for 2 towers taken apiece for each team. The only ones still remaining the off lanes, and back towards spreading the map, farming at each on their own.
Well, they finally take the gold lead. It's been in Na'Vi's favor for so long. Oh, it's just back up over 1,000. Okay, it was under 1,000 for a moment there. In fact, I think this whole game it's been Na'Vi since like 3 minutes or so.
Yeah, no, it's been really good for them up until this point. They do scout out Alwaywannafly here, heading underneath the Hawk,
are fortified.
and so they know that Lena's in the area, gonna start throwing out those Dragon Slaves to deep push. But at the same time, oh, Shad! He gets found. They do have Aramis in the area. And as soon as they see that Shadow Demon, they run away. Good decision. Meanwhile, though, boom. Okay, they caught one. Everybody gets away from the bottom, and now they'll try and bring him down at times. Tobi throws out the roar, actually. And can they kill him a second time?
Yeah, they battle transfer they needed even.
Ow, Shad's moving in as well. It's dangerous. Iceberg pops the BKB. Trying to run now. stun comes out. Trying to go for the chase down. Light strike right hitting freehand. And now V2 on top of Shad trying to kill him off. Can it work in time though? He turns around again. V2's still under fire, but gonna live. He's too tanky. And now look at the Invincible. General just gets demolished. Unbelievable. It's so back and forth in these fights.
Yeah, he still has an Echo Saber, and he's still Sven. You know, even with minimal items, he does a crazy amount of damage if you get up in his face like that when the Echo's up, and General paid the big price on that one. Okay, he's level 18 right now. Shad is yoked.
It's true. You know, I think the thing about that I really like is, you know, Na'Vi do end up losing General, but we're seeing them try and like sort of push and pull Viking around the map. Like they force that fight bottom when they know Shadow Demon can't be there. And I don't know how you solve that problem as Viking.
Yeah, it's true. In the end, the mobility will be there for the side of Na'Vi just because they have the Nature's Prophet and the IO, but there is some help with the Boots of Travel on Boom. Will he become too vulnerable though, I guess, is a pretty fair question. Like, I would like to see some of those wards you see like just after the tier 1 areas on the Radiant side, like a ward up here or a ward down here, if they end up losing that tier 1 bottom, because then you can try and spot when there's Leshrax alone. Sometimes like wards down on this side, like those cliff wards are really good for those relocate kills on Boom.
Right. Yeah,
that would be a good way to try and punish, because his only defense right now is a Eul's. And being really, really fast.
Top tower is under attack.
Yeah, being the pony man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It's very like they don't have that sort of easy burst oriented hero, I think, on Na'Vi. The best would be like Lina, really, but I guess to a certain extent Nature's Prophet is pretty annoying because he can keep you in place with that sprout. I don't know, we'll have to see. General spot Shad, realizes I am not in a safe place here. E-Tune runs into him as well. They don't have the Beastmaster or Lesh, but they can get there pretty quickly. Are they really gonna try and push this on?
Kind of playing chicken here.
Yeah.
Oh, Courier.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Not gonna get it.
Radiant
Flip.
structures
Oh my God,
are
General.
fortified.
And they see the Hawk coming in now. They're gonna take that one down. And this whole
Radiant's
time,
top tower
you've got
has fallen.
Iceberg AFK farming.
Getting those agents. But Viking playing it very safe by just hiding behind their Sven while he hits the ancients as well.
Aghanim's done.
Yeah. All right, smoke up time. Oh, they've already smoked up. Okay, yeah, we're going.
Are scanning.
Very quick.
Radiant
Off the
are
jump on that
scanning.
Scan,
one.
gonna
And
connect.
they need to catch RodjER, right? Because there will be the relocate save.
General's over here as well. That dispel is ready to go. They jump in, find one. Look at that. Out. Might be able to live afterwards, though. General lifted up by the Eul Scepter. V2 has the ulti afterwards if he wants it. Roar is there. Can they keep him alive? No! RodjER wasn't able to keep him surviving. And that is a triple kill for Shad, quick as can be.
I thought I heard the relocate start. It looked like the Roar pushback or something happened.
Yeah.
But not able to get the save, so they just lose 3. And finally, Viking have taken the gold lead after about 20 minutes without it. They deservedly come out on top. That is an impressive turtle strat. I mean, you talked about the tortoise and the hare earlier, but they were turtling, man. They were just living the triangle life, chilling with their Midas Sven, putting all their faith in Shad, and currently he is delivering.
Making all the plays that you could want.
Is Aramis dead here?
I think so.
That's a lot of soul burn. Oh, okay. All right, no, just 20 HP. That's cool.
Top tower is
Oh,
under
Iceberg.
attack.
Oh, don't go back.
Oh.
All right, it's good. It's good.
Yeah. Looks like
Transfer stopped.
RodjER might be the one that goes down. So he relocated in to help, but won't be able to do it.
All right, does Iceberg have the scan? Oh, he doesn't have scan.
General just
Radiant
keep
Man, look
tower
at Aramis,
has
man.
been
That's so
killed.
tempting to TP on right now. Walking into the fountain this low.
It's true, but
How dare you respect his disruption like that?
I know that he would have definitely gotten out.
Yeah, but if you have Orchid. I don't know.
It's true. It would be close.
Where's the iceberg I know?
Money to burn.
He would have TP'd in those trees.
Oh, he didn't
treant
have
it out.
control to get back afterwards.
Yeah, that doesn't stop the iceberg I know.
He's team just have a button that like cancel his ability to TP? It's like the opposite. It's like disable help for your own teammate, you know?
That would be very useful in pubs.
Yeah. Well, back again to a very, very close score here, as Roche is going to be 40 seconds away. Second time. Lesh has the Bloodstone done, so some extra heal for him. He's able to survive the burst that comes out. Oh, and a DD for General. Not bad. Sort of waiting for the moment when we actually start to see some damage come out on Troll, because like, yeah, he has some damage to sort of base, about 200 a click, but these are mainly survivability things right now. They pull on the one, try to blow him up. Look at all this. It's gonna die, but the big old stun comes out. Only takes down Alwaywannafly. Dash. Yule Scepter lifted up, and the retreat away is what they're gonna try.
Yeah, he still has BKB.
Yeah.
Oh, what the range? What is this spell? Who is this hero?
Why is it fair? It's not. Oh, and Shad has another one. Do you dare? They pull him back in with the taunt. Dude, V2 doesn't want it. This is some scary stuff right here. If Shad wants to, he can just turn around again and bop him.
Is there a hidden telescope here? Are they hacking? What is Stormhammer right now, man?
Yeah.
Oh my god, this ability.
It's dumb.
I swear that was more than the 750 or whatever the hell it is. My god. Superman
Radiant's
indeed.
bottom
I can't believe he
tower
got through that
is
without
under
even using his BKB.
Yeah, it doesn't seem fair at all.
Ooh, Orbit Destruction though, that is pretty solid. Oh, are you going in V2? Oh, you're nasty. Oh, you're sneaky.
They have vision.
Oh, how sneaky though? Not sneaky.
It's not sneaky. Anti-sneak. Stun, iceberg, BKB. Jump in.
No
Can't
punish.
catch anybody. Nothing, nothing. Light check Ray. They banish onto one V2. Down to low HP. Another one. Gets the catch. BKB used by Shad. Now Yule Scepter. Roach down to half HP. They kill off Alwaywannafly. No buyback. Another round of that Aether Remnant. This General Aghanim Scepter can be pretty freaking useful, but God, it's just like that game number 2 situation.
It is.
Like,
They can't lose it on this one.
they also can't really go in.
They're waiting at the tombstone though. Things are getting better for Na'Vi over time. Unfortunately, General's directly under an odd sentry right now, which is not helping their situation.
V-Tune won't get caught by that combo. Status resistance.
They're just gonna use General.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't believe they didn't get him. Oh man.
Well, now they have
Should be
the
alive.
Oh, V-Tune's the one up front and
Done.
center. Does he
On
break the
scan.
smoke? Yes, he does. Tobi there, going back in. Do they have protection? The Hawk goes in. Starts to get bursted down. Roars out already. Can they keep alive General? They're not going in on him. Stun, gonna miss. Dissimulate is out. Then the Astral step away. Roche down to just a quarter HP now.
Basher delivered to V2.
Okay.
Shad finally got strikes.
Oh, he's interrupted. Can they bring him down in time? Iceberg is gonna die. No buyback for him. V2 has to turn to try and fight for the disruption. Is there immediately silence on the board? Great play from General. Do they have anything else left in the case? No, he tries to make it work. They take down the Undying, but that will be hit. 3 are dead. No buyback. And General wasn't able to quite make enough happen there, as Shad is the one that takes the godlike streak. Triple kill and the road.
How did Tombstone come back? That was so long.
Immortality.
I don't know, man. That was gnarly.
That was so well played by Viking. Man, they are so patient. They're like the most patient team I've seen in ages. They always wait for their moment, be it on map movements or team fights. Pretty much the only major mistake we've seen from them this series was that play on the Roche last game, where they maybe went in a little bit early.
And like, I think that particularly when you have spells that like force you to commit pretty hard, like the Sven, to like actually go for the fight, the fact that you're holding on to it for that long is even more so, because like, I mean, you have to do it really. They were able to hold that disruption for so long until Troll popped ulti. Immediately, he's out of the fight as well. That's tough. Now a pause as teams will take a second to reflect.
Time to reassess here, I think, for Na'Vi on what the strategy to win this game is.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to think of what they need to do at this stage. Like, I don't know, maybe just try and go all in and get a rapier or something on troll. Part of me feels like he kind of needs a BKB at this stage too. Sven's just huge.
Yeah, and then the BKB also just feels kind of terrible too, so I can't even really go for that necessarily.
Right.
He's in an ugly situation. And picking out Boom would be a pretty good objective to maybe just burst the Aegis and run away. Because it's likely he's going to be by himself for some periods of this Aegis. But from there, they're going to have to do some likely creep cutting and split pushing nuisances with the Nature's Prophet and the Void Spirit, I would think.
Right. Yeah, that is, and those are always like more situations where you leave yourself open to getting caught.
Now, to be fair, the entirety of the net worth lead is tied up in this Sven, but the problem is he's so well enabled. How do you stop him?
Right.
If he's being soul ripped, and if he's being like defensively disrupted, either by doing it to himself or to the opponent, or you're just getting disrupted or roared when you jump on him, you need General to get this silence off. That's it's obviously pretty key because the disruptor, or rather the Shadow Demon with his disruption, does not have a counter to that at the moment. And dying's not going to have a counter for that for a while. So that's one way that you could actually try and control up this help.
Some interesting all chat going on. The sec go when ready, and then Seleri with the super G afterwards.
Super go. Does that apply for both teams? Does that mean you can just cancel out their lack of go?
I think that's how it works. But yeah, this is definitely dire straits at this point for Na'Vi, as they're gonna need to figure out the way to delay the game out long enough, find those pickoffs, and get into that next tier of items that can hopefully make a bit of a difference. The problem is that there's nothing even on the horizon. Like, everybody's broke right now, and I can't think of what they get that changes the whole complexion of this game in the near future. Besides just like trying to take better fights, I guess, is the other thing. Like trying to outplay Viking and catch them when they're not all together, which is what Viking has done such a good job of making sure doesn't happen in this game. Is constantly being grouped at the right moments.
Well, if you keep it paused, they can't farm.
That's a good point. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. You know, you're dead, so you're definitely not hitting creeps. But right now, they're losing all sense of the map right now. Tobi's sorry. He's apologizing to us.
Yeah.
For his opponents. That's very kind of you, Tobi. Thank you.
Maybe if they wait long enough, they'll just be like, can we rematch? Is that okay?
Oh, that would be a solid attempt, but not going to happen here. Na'Vi are ready for the comeback here. And so it shall begin. Now, where were we? Yes, kill the Leshrac. Will that be possible? Probably not. Currently, he's got a Shiva's Guard just about done. A couple hundred gold away from that, and I'm sure he'll be buying out since they have the Aegis anyway. And that's a Shiva's versus the IO +1 and against
Dire's
the Troll's
bottom
lifesteal, so that's
tower is
very
under
strong.
attack. Dire's structures
Flip gonna be
are
used here.
fortified.
Boom will just dance his way out of there and eke himself back to the jungle. Yeah, the sort of lack of mixed damage, sort of
Dire's bottom tower
only, I
is
guess,
under
coming from
denied.
General, really, and like, I guess, kind of NP ulti.
Now, guys, remember, it's the aura on Shiva's Guard that reduces the healing. You don't even have to use the active for it. It's very strong. I see that misconstrued a lot, which makes sense because it's new. But it's actually like way better than you might think at first. You're always used to like the Spirit Vessel, you have to like pop it every single. Well, I guess now you have to pop it every time.
Right.
God, Spirit Vessel was so broken.
It was dumb. It was just dumb. At the very least, they had a Paladin sword. Was that given over to somebody? Who has that?
Dire's
I think both
middle
teams
tower
got a
is
Paladin
under
sword.
attack.
So that kind of makes up for it. Not really, but kind of.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, sure. You know what's great? Leshrac with Essence Ring.
Dire's
Tell me
middle
about it.
tower
Well,
has
it gives you
fallen.
mana regen, gives you health, and it gives you more health.
It's amazing.
425 for 15 seconds. Whew. And you get mana regen,
Radiant's
and you get 6
bottom tower
int.
is
Like,
under
wow.
attack.
Relocate.
Oh, that ward was
Here.
given away.
Can they get him? Slow down.
He's alone.
Is he dead? No, they're
No. Not with the BKB.
Just get away.
Dire's
Oh no, are they gonna
has
get
been
another now?
Radiant's bottom tower.
General. Oh, does that assimilate? Can't get it off in time.
You merge.
They are going to defiantly walk over his corpse and take over this part of the map. But they got the tier 2 tower. Iceberg does that in turn. So,
Yeah, I'm a little surprised they didn't lose more, frankly, so that's good.
RodjER gonna go and take that outpost while pressure is gonna be sent up top by Viking. So trade-off of outposts there, and Na'Vi are going to continue the dodge game. And we'll see when it is that Viking want to try and go high ground. Part of me feels like they could just go right now if they wanted to a little bit.
Shad's looking for the pick off outside the base. He's got the Silver Edge done.
Okay.
Dire's top tower has
So just
fallen.
upgrading his Echo Saber essentially. He wants to keep his Midas for a little bit longer. Still has an Iron Talon. That I don't know about, but that seems a little greedy.
Boom. Found. Bash. Caught. Rooted. He's got a lot of healing coming in, man. They find him back. Both of them. Oh, there's a lot of flag. Oh, this poor guy. Double kill for Shad. But V-Tune should be able to get out of there, I think.
Great play there from Shad. Not just taking the
Radiant
very
are
tempting
scanning.
jump to V-Tune, right? Get rid of the relocate. I'm not even sure if he knew the leader was there. I think he probably did because the Hawk's there in the area, so very well done. And that just mitigates any sort of a save attempt there from the IO. Too good, this guy, man.
Constantly in the right place at the right time.
They put so much faith in him this game, and they gave him everything they had available. Like they sacked their 5, their 4, and their 3 to give Shad this
Dire's
game
bottom
with total
tower
confidence
is
that
under
he's going to be able
attack.
to pull off exactly this. And now, with the Agnum's already done, he's thinking about completing up an Abyssal as well. He's going to be the Ember Spirit or the Void Spirit. He's got the multiple jumps hopping around. He might be a Spear Brother someday.
He's
He'd
gonna
be
run out
part.
of mana.
What is he? Knight, Fish, and Spirit, maybe?
See, you're thinking of Underlord's lore. That's what you're thinking of there.
Well, no, he's a
Dire's
Naga.
bottom tower
He's
is under attack.
he's half Naga.
Right. Which
What are they, Slytherins or whatever Sven is?
I only knew about that from Underlords. I never knew about that from Dota itself. I looked at him and he's like, a scaled? What? Excuse me?
Yeah, it's in his Dota lore.
So weird. Doesn't look like he should be a fish man.
That's
like-
the helmet, you know?
The hell? Is he a hammerhead shark? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, that's what it was alluding to it this whole time.
Oh my god, hidden in plain sight. I love it. Well, nonetheless, Na'Vi back up against the wall, and they're going to try and find people down bottom, but Aramis and Tobi both going to TP out of that area as they try and delay in this Roche as long as possible. Age is just now going to be reclaimed, and we will have to wait and see what happens next. Looks like Lesh bringing out an Aghanims for himself, actually. That's pretty hype.
Yeah, this is the every match in China, Leshrak.
Oh,
Seeing
yeah.
way more of the Agnums over there. They're very into it. It is really good for chasing. It's also very annoying. We talk about how like the movement speed lets you escape a lot of times. When you have this lightning happening beside you as well, they just can't get out. It's very frustrating to deal with. The lightning does prioritize heroes too, and it's random AoE, which is pretty cool.
That is nice.
So it's a little bit better than it might lead on in the tooltip.
Another movement down bottom. V-Tune.
Oh, RodjER, pick a direction, my bud. He just went every wrong way there.
Poor guy. I mean, he does block off the game from connecting to V-Tune, so that's something, but
Yeah.
this is how it goes. He's trying to build towards a nullifier, actually. I wonder if he switches this up to go
The
Rapier
seeds
eventually.
of fortune.
I mean, is Rapier even gonna matter though? Versus like, it's not like there's not that much value versus like a mischance or something. And if
Yeah.
they have the Ghost Scepter, you can't hit them anyway. There's
true.
rules happening. Like, I
Dire's
think he
middle
needs a
tower is
nullifier.
under attack.
Yeah. So I was just thinking of the one-on-one matchup against Sven, but I guess even then, like, taking off Warcry is pretty valuable.
Yeah.
So 12k gold lead, and Viking playing as we've seen them time and again, very conservatively. You still got some solid split push options here, and we did see what happened the other day in that God, what was it, the Enigma match. God,
Radiant's top
Oh.
tower is under
That was a
attack.
heartbreaker to watch, I had to say. You just had to feel a little bit bad.
well, bottom. Swampine
Dire's
down
bottom
observer
tower
ward.
is under attack.
Gonna immediately try and take it out afterwards. Pulls back in the Undying, tries to kill him in time, and they will. But Aramis catches the disruption onto one. General gets the lift up. Over here as well as Shad. And the stun is out. A lot of damage there. They're gonna blow the hell out of General. Iceberg gets the lift up on Aramis,
Dire's
but can't
bottom
quite get the
tower
finish.
has fallen.
So they will lose that Void Spirit in exchange for the Undying, and now Iceberg also in trouble, going to get caught. They can't time together the stun afterwards, as Shad still too large and in charge to be dealt with.
Yeah, this guy seems pretty good, guys. Yeah, flying around, another second on the Stormhammer there. Just one-shotting the Void Spirit, essentially, at least 100 to 0ing the Void Spirit.
Fire goes out, only for a moment though. Yeah, they can't stop it. I mean, they've got repair kit, everything. They're forced to use the glyph, and it looks like maybe Viking are gonna back out again. But it doesn't feel good.
Yeah, it's a medium duration Roche, minute and 10 seconds left remaining now, so. Knowing Viking, they will probably angle towards that. And for Na'Vi, that's going to buy them enough time to get all 5 heroes back, and they're going to need one masterful smoke with a huge wraparound to try and win this fight. They just got to get everyone but Sven out of the way.
Sure, Boom there is trying to inspire confidence in his team. Don't give up, knowing that it's very close to feeling good. Completed on their side. So they trade over some items. And it is a leveler given to Sven, who's still
I know, he's still, man.
Are scanning.
I mean, it's, you know, it's nice for the Nature's Prophet, I guess. That's the big thing.
It probably is exactly why. We haven't really seen it be a factor, but
yeah,
it's just, you know, I didn't think he'd keep it after the eggs, and then he just still kept it. It's like, all right, whatever. You know what?
Right.
It's your game, dude. He really does not want to get sprouted.
I guess it's like the better option against going BKB, right? Is like he doesn't want to have to use up his BKB charges, I guess, to use the Ags. But it's a weird one.
I mean, you have a Beastmaster, man. At least Wild Axes would finally be useful. Tobi, help! Lumberjack me.
Tobi's been dead. Tobi does.
That's true. Yeah. Tobi just tries to press R and hopes for the best. Now they've got the Nullifier too, so even his Force Staff won't work.
Well, iceberg. Oh god, Danger Town. It's gonna pop that BKB down to 5 seconds. So it doesn't really matter that much. But they're gonna try and push down bottom while Roche is being taken. And this one is not gonna last.
V2 has the leveler.
Radiant's bottom tower is
He's
under
away.
attack.
They're not going for it, looks like.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
Went to farm some camps instead.
Call for the smoke next.
Yep.
Or I guess just the bully back.
Well, okay, Na'Vi, hoping that it'll be just Boom here. They got him.
Guess what? It is. Seleri gonna connect. V2 trying to get up close.
Hurry.
Him down. Is it enough in time? Look at all that heal coming into this fight. At the end, with the break, they catch him there. Gonna pop ulti and try and run away. Can they have enough life steal though? It does not appear to be so. They take down V2. Iceberg also getting bullied back. He's stuck in the tricks with the poor old Sven. And yeah, that one hurt. Good use of the phases there to get right on top of him. A triple kill as they take down RodjER last. Damn, dude.
Yeah. I mean, Shad just played him. Excellent use of the invis, right? Troll ults, and he's just like, all right, see ya.
Hello, General.
Yeah, you can't pause the touch into there, bud.
He kills him off as well. Was stalking him to the side. General gives the sad trombone. And with all 5 dead, Viking looking to close this game out. Close the series out.
Yeah, in positive news, it's not elimination.
There you go. So you gotta find the positive. Definitely. Alright, buyback from General. DDUs now on Sven.
Dire's middle tower is under
He's up in
attack.
their base, ready to go. Still 25 seconds until Troll is back up. General gonna throw out the remnant, try and keep them back. It won't happen. Another tier 3 being jumped on. They find the Abyssal Blade. Yule Scepter lift up, but more afterwards. Absolute devastation as GG is gonna be called. And Vikings continue their streak in this tournament, looking so freaking good.
Top barracks are under
Yeah, they look
attack.
fantastic. Navi also just so close to making it a CIS Rumble in the winter bracket finals, but